This is your 20-minute podcast, where we do our best to give you useful information in 20 minutes or less. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/your 20-minute podcast. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now, here's your host, David Brower.
Welcome back to your 20-minute podcast with David Brower. Our special guest today is Kellen Kautzman from beautiful downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. How are you, Kellen?
I am doing quite well, David. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you. One of the things that has always interested me, and it's most of the time it's way above my pay grade, is internet marketing, search engine optimization, all those kinds of things. And you've had some great success with that, haven't you?
Yeah, we're doing all right. Our largest client is Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino, all the way down to like a single realtor. But I've been doing this for about a decade, and we've run the gamut, and it's been really good.
And you call it Send It Rising Internet Marketing. How'd you come up with that name? What does that mean?
So Send It Rising to me embodies philanthropreneurship, which is cause marketing. So, for example, we went out the other day to Cynthia Cunningham Elementary School, and it's a disenfranchised school that doesn't get the resources that it should. And a now friend of mine, Kim McQuarrie, a 4-time Emmy Award-winning documentary filmmaker.
Wow. I
didn't know that when I met him in an elevator.
Of course.
They call it an elevator pitch for a reason, right, David?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And anyway, we go out and we take, call it, 40, 50 pictures, and I point my Samsung Android phone at my face and take a video, and we're promoting it on Facebook. And so we've done all of the standard SEO, social media, everything you would expect from an internet marketing company. But what we really want to do now is push forward cause marketing. So we put up this post about how we built this garden, and there's no sales pitch. There's no call us for a discount on your SEO. There's none of that nonsense. It's just, hey, look, we built a garden. And we spent $15 on Facebook advertising, and we reached 3,000 people. And then the nonprofit called Green Our Planet also shared it, and they've got over 3,000 likes on their Facebook page. And so we're looking for proof of concept that there's a better way of marketing, not only for the end consumer who doesn't need you to tell them what you do 99% of the time. They get
Correct.
it. Oh, you're a mechanic, or you sell Harleys, or whatever. You're a massage therapist, you're an insurance salesman. Look, it doesn't matter. As long as it says sponsored by and they see the brand that it's coming from, that's the end of the sales cycle as far as I'm concerned. Like, they understand. And so let's just show them that we're making the world a better place. And so Send It Rising plays to that.
Wow. I love that. I've heard of philanthropy and all that kind of stuff. Some cause marketing without really understanding what that means. But, you're putting it out there, man. How many of those have you done?
So over the last, call it 9 years, we've done just your status quo, let's blog content. And I'm sure you've experienced something similar to this in your life, where you just hit this exhaustion of, and it's strange because it's not for lack of success. The money's good. The hours are good. The soul is not so good. And so I need to convince business owners that they can see a return on investment. And so for the last 9 years, we've been doing, basically what everyone else is doing in regards to SEO. And I can say, we're better than they are, but that entire debate is just silly to me, right? Because we're talking about pennies, right? And it's just whatever. Like, what's better, Coke or Pepsi? It's like, they're both bad for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what day is it?
I mean?
Exactly.
So I actually was a partner with a company called Advised Media Group, and I left in September of last year. And so Send It Rising is just a little baby. We're, call it 7 months. I'm sure I'm off on that, but about 7 months old. And so I brought over all of my clients from Advised Media Group, thank God. It just your standard run-of-the-mill, and things are good, and that's great. But the cause marketing piece so far has been a partnership with a fabulous woman. Her name is Dr. Victoria Boyd. She owns what's called the Philanthropreneur Foundation, which is a nonprofit for nonprofits. She comes in and she teaches them how to basically run their organization better. And we've been talking over the last couple of years, and we just said, look, let's launch this cause marketing thing. So we met this cat. His name's Silo Moses, and he's won congressional awards because 5 years ago he was homeless, and his organization, Serving Hope LV, here in Vegas, served over 64,000 meals to the homeless last year.
Holy moly. Or to use his name, Holy Moses. I'll be here all week. Thank you. That's incredible.
Yeah, so we made him our chief philanthropy officer. And so we're working with Silo. We're working with Dr. Boyd. We've met with KCEP Radio. They're a 44-year-old radio station here in Vegas. And we're basically at the point where we need to gather evidence as to the effectiveness of this that we've done personally. We've done the research. We've looked at cause marketing. And for the larger companies, there's ample research. Like Tom's is a great example. Tom's, where you buy a pair of shoes and they donate a pair of shoes.
Right.
They did phenomenally well. And so if you're Coke, you have a division where you give money away and that's all part of your thing, and hooray, and that's great. We need to show that, the local insurance agent can do this. And so that's exactly what we're doing. We met with New York Life not too long ago, had a meeting with 5 folks there, and everyone's really excited about it and jazzed about it. And that makes my life so much better, because if I go in and I do the standard, here's SEO, here's social media, here's internet marketing, people just glaze over and they just want to leave.
Right. Deer in the headlights, yeah.
You get it. So that's what we're doing. To answer your question, none, zero, zip. We haven't launched a campaign yet. However, there's a gentleman who owns a mortgage business that we're doing a free month for, and that started about a week ago. And so it's just getting started, David.
How fun, though. I mean, the passion that you obviously have behind this, the energy that you're getting from Silo and your philanthropist contact, the connections are it's like a volcano getting ready to erupt, it feels like.
I appreciate that, David.
That is cool, man. So what's the mortgage guy? You're testing the waters with him. What's involved in that?
So he went out this last Monday and served food to the homeless. And through Silo Moses and Serving Hope, the two of them actually know each other from way back. They did a business training, multiple weeks, kind of seminar together, and they became friends. And so Silo went to him and said, hey, you want to do this cause marketing thing? And mortgage brokers, a single deal, if we get them 2 deals a year, we pay for ourselves.
Right.
And so the idea is he goes out, they take a ludicrous number of pictures, and they take video. We come back, we take all of those images, and we create social media posts for, call it, a couple weeks. Not to mention, all of those photos, when they're added to Pinterest, become backlinks. And so we can create a blog post. Hey, we went out and we served the homeless, and, just talk about the whole experience of the people we met and la-di-da. And then all of these images on Pinterest, when you click on them, they take you back to that blog post. And because the images are actually worth sharing, they're original, they're not stock photos,
right,
people are willing to share them. It's called repinning. Every time they repin on Pinterest, it multiplies the number of backlinks. And so I have a side project that it's called whateverydogdeserves.com.
Mm-hmm.
That we're using the philanthropreneurial model, which is purchase our products and we'll rescue dogs. We've earned over 60,000 backlinks from that project, and that's what really got my brain firing on the cause marketing SEO implications. Meaning, if we build all of these links from these amazing photos that we get from companies that are otherwise, David, so boring. Think mortgage company,
sure,
the worst. If we can get amazing photos from them, then we can go viral on Pinterest. And because we're getting those backlinks, now they rank in Google for things like mortgage lender, mortgage expert, whatever.
Because all the backlinks, if I understand what you're saying, they all kind of work together to help increase the mortgage guy's visibility on Google and really on the internet, right?
Yeah, that's 100% right. Google rolled out something called RankBrain in 2015, which is artificial intelligence, and it counts these backlinks as votes. And so if mortgage lender A has 30,000 backlinks from Pinterest and mortgage lender B has 12, the machine is thinking about the first mortgage lender more, hence giving it a better position in Google.
My gosh. I mean, you got something going on incredibly special there, man. I can't hardly wait to see you take off with this and have some huge success. I mean, when you have relationships that come together through wink wink coincidence and all this stuff starts to materialize, I mean, that's something special.
Well, you get it, David. You went through hell and back.
Right.
You think that's coincidence?
Of course not.
Uh-uh.
There's no such thing, actually.
I'm right there with you, David.
Wow. I'm impressed, man. So you want to pitch your SEO stuff, or you?
Now only $9.99.
I know. Call me now.
So I will say this. So Kellen Kautzman, Kellen, K-A-U-T as in Tom, Z as in zebra, MAN.com. I do public speaking. And so I've been really fortunate to speak at Planet Hollywood. I was a guest lecturer at Roseman University. Obviously, the amazing David Brower show.
Thank you.
And then a few other engagements that folks can see if they visit the site. If anyone's looking for someone to come to an event, I'm your guy. I'd love to show up. I customize everything. And then obviously Send It Rising. You don't need me to pitch you on that because they basically understand that whole already.
No. Yeah, I'm hooked up on that. I want to figure out a way to play in that world because that's something. If you ever need I'm a full-time voice actor. Okay, I mean that's what I do by profession is voiceover and sound design. And so I started doing these podcasts a couple of months ago. I do like 3 a week now with experts on different pieces of the world, whether it's business, marketing, families, relationship, self-improvement. I'm not doing anything on voiceover. I'm doing things that actually can touch people, such as ding, 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 Send It Rising, And so if we can figure out a way to, and I'm obviously marking that myself and having other people market these interviews as well, if we can get some folks interested in what you're doing,
let's do it,
moly.
David. I'm on board, man. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Wow. Yep. That's cool. So the way for people to get in touch with you is KellenKautzman.com. Again, KellenKautzman, man.com. And when you go to do these public speaking events, you've done over 20 in the last couple of years, which is a pretty reasonable amount with everything else you got going on in your life. When you speak to people and you say you customize it, what does that mean? I mean, if you go, give me an example.
Yeah, so I was invited to, it's called Depot Span, which is a group of court reporters, the people that type on those weird machines when people are giving depositions.
Yeah.
I can't roll up to Depot Span and give some, same as I would give to a group of auto mechanics. It doesn't make any sense. And so the entire thing was based on their industry. I had to figure out what a stenographer was. I had to learn about stenotype, and I made all these jokes that for example, I showed a slide for an image that did really well in Pinterest in the stenography world, and I didn't know what it said, David. I said, I showed it and everyone laughed, and I was like, okay, tell me what this says, right? So I got to customize it.
Right. That's cool. Ah, wow. I mean, you talk about boring opportunities, mortgage brokers, boring, court reporters, boring, but you're able to reach out to these quote unquote boring folks and make something happen with them. That's thinking out of the box there, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, David. Yeah, it's been really, really, really fortunate. Just the whole thing has been, I wake up most days and go, okay, like when the pressure finally alleviates a little bit.
Right.
And I can reflect on my life, and I bet you feel the same. You just go, wow, I'm lucky.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, you look up blessed in the dictionary and there's your and my picture.
Yeah, that's exactly right, David.
Wow, how cool, man. So again, folks, Kellen Kautzman, KellenKautzman.com. Check him out. Check out that Cause Marketing. I'm speechless. Congratulations on what you're doing.
Yeah, sounds good, David. And your story is impressive too, folks. That we had a conversation prior to us getting on the call here, and David's been through a lot, and I'm just really impressed with you coming out the other end.
Thanks, man. Me too. Appreciate it. Hey, folks, again, KellenKautzman.com. Check him out. And I'm going to be looking into that Cause Marketing. That's fascinating to me.
Uh-huh.
So congratulations, and thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, David.
All right. You've been listening to your 20-minute podcast with David Brower and our special guest, Kellen Kautzman. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/your 20-minute podcast.
Until next time, don't forget to download your free audiobook at audibletrial.com/your 20-minute podcast. That's audibletrial.com/your 20-minute podcast for your free audiobook. And thanks for listening to your 20-minute podcast with David Brower.